Hi VC, it's Aaron, Methalamere, and today I'm entering a contest for Rod the Happy Hippie. He's a really great guy. He's been a big supporter of my channel since almost the beginning when I first started, and he gave me some really great advice when I first started that really helped me a lot. And he's just a really great guy. So I wanted to get into his contest, and it's his March Madness contest. So I'm going to show some bands and then some solo artists that were in that band. I'm going to show the band first and then the solo artist. And I try to get some interesting ones here, and we'll see. So first up, got some Jefferson Starship. And my solo artist from this is going to be Papa John Creech. And Papa John Creech is an amazing player, and there he is right here on the Red Octopus record, which is a really good Jefferson Starship record. Next up, this is probably one of my most obvious, but I got the Guess Who, and I can't leave out my my Burton Cummings. So got Burton Cummings from the Guess Who, of course one of my favorite singers ever, and this is actually my favorite Canadian band of all time, and one of my very favorite singers, top 5 easily for me of all time. So there's my number 2. Number 3, got the Black Keys, and there's only 2 members, so I went with Dan Auerbach, the guitarist and singer, and he's great. This is a really good record too, and there's a million guest stars on it. I mean, look at them, they're all the way up to a million people played on this record. It's a little mellower than the Black Keys, and I really love this Black Keys album especially, but I think I have every one of them on vinyl of their albums. I really like them. Next up, we've got the Police, and I know a lot of people have showed the Police. I'm going to go with their drummer, Stuart Copeland, who has a really great album called The Rhythmatist. So this is really cool. It's a lot of found sounds in Africa and drum beats and African style music. It's a pretty cool record, instrumental record. So I got some Stuart Copeland there. Next up, from one of my favorite bands, Queens of the Stone Age, I've got Nick Oliveri, the bass player singer, and this is a great record. This is a Death acoustic album, one of my favorite acoustic records ever. Love it. And there's Nick Oliveri right there playing bass on this. He also does some vocals. Next up, I've got the Greg Kihn Band. This is a really great album here, Greg Kihn Band. And from the Greg Kihn Band, I've got Joe Satriani. Kind of cool, he was on a Greg Kihn record, and there he is right here. That's Joe Satriani right there, and his guitar, I mean, he doesn't overplay on this, but you can really tell where he's at. His guitar licks and fills, guitar fills, it's totally him. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one. And then next up, David Lee Roth. And from David Lee Roth, I got the guitarist Steve Vai on the David Lee Roth band. I'm not going Van Halen, I went with his band instead. And Steve Vai, of course, is one of the most amazing guitarists of all time. This is a great album here, Passion and Warfare, killer stuff. Next up, got the Dead Kennedys, really great punk band. This is my favorite album by them. I like all of theirs, but this is my favorite. Plastic Surgery Disaster is a really great record here. And from the Dead Kennedys, I've got this Jello Biafra and the Guantanamo School of Medicine record. And this is a really cool album too. Jello Biafra is, of course, the singer of the Dead Kennedys, so that's a cool one. And here's a great band here, Guns N' Roses. Loving these new sleeves, by the way. Love this Guns N' Roses here. Of course, everyone knows them. And from Guns N' Roses, I have got Izzy Stradlin and the Juju Hounds. So Izzy Stradlin is the other guitarist besides Slash. And there's Izzy right there. And this record here happens to be my favorite solo record by any of the Guns N' Roses members. I love this record. It is so bluesy and good. They even do a really cool version of Pressure Drop, which the Clash did on here. It's really cool. Really great record there. Next up, got Alcatraz, really great heavy metal band from the early 80s. And from Alcatraz, on lead guitar, was Yngwie Malmsteen. Of course, the guitar virtuoso. This is a really great record. And there's Yngwie right there. Next up, from another one of my favorites, from Twisted Sister, of course, I've got Dee Snider, and this is one of my favorite albums in the last 5 years. Love it. Love this album. Killer. Great, great stuff there. Next up, from the band Piper. From Piper, the singer-guitarist from Piper was Billy Squier. So that's pretty cool. And Billy Squier's solo I actually like better than Piper, but Piper's pretty good. Next up, I've got some Pantera. Of course, everyone knows Pantera, and Dimebag Darrell solo album. This is really interesting. It's nothing like Pantera. It's like earlier Pantera sounding, but it's just him. He does vocals. There's one even like a new wave sounding song on here, some heavy stuff. Great shredding guitar. And there's Dimebag Darrell there from Pantera. And next up, number 14, got my my Caius. Love my Caius. Had to sneak them in, Caius. And of course, their lead singer is one of my favorite singers of all time, some John Garcia. So John Garcia, the singer of Caius. Great one. This is a great record, and that's a great band. And finishing out with my pick number 15, got the band Rainbow. And everyone's going to think I'm picking something, but I'm not. So out of Rainbow, I have this solo record. This is Cozy Powell. He's a drummer on that Rainbow record, and I believe that's him right here on the bottom. Right there next to Ronnie James Dio. Amazing drummer. This is an amazing record too. Octopus. Killer album here. Love it. So there we go, Rod. I hope that did it for you. I think I got 15 there. And alright, everyone go sub Rod the Happy Hippie. Great guy, great channel. See you later.